Welcome to Popcorn Planet Live. We are here reacting live to the Black Widow initial first early reactions, reviews, whatever you want to call them. It's so weird how you're not allowed to review it till this day, but I could do a 5-thread tweet reviewing the film on Twitter, and that one's cool. It's so weird, but I'm so happy to have Lewis. What's up, Lewis? You're here to go down this with me.
I'm happy to be here with the legend Andy Signore in the house with Popcorn Planet. Love it here, man. Thanks.
Love it. Yeah, I'm love to have you here. Look, we were talking about this as we saw it all, and we were also just talking about it's always trying to figure out how Disney or any studio gives these links out into who and whatever. And I thought actually giving you guys some more insight on how this works and how to actually read some of these initial reviews might be helpful. Full disclosure, Lewis and I haven't yet to see it. I have a review coming. I have a link to see it later.
There's offered it.
Yeah, there's just it's a process. Sometimes if I wasn't on top of it as quick as I should have been, and anyway, a lot of reasons, whatever. But to full disclosure, we haven't seen it. So we're just going to react to sort of how these reviews come in and tell you sort of how you should review. Just be careful. Just accepting everything you hear. You know what I'm saying is what I want to get through. Doesn't mean that the film's not good. Doesn't mean these guys are lying or they're Disney shills. But I want to just go through the process because there is a little bit more behind it that I think people should keep in mind too. And to be fair, we have someone who has seen the film is supposed to drop in near the end of this stream. We're not going to go too long.
Get in here, damn it.
But we have a special guest who has seen the film who will also be joining, so that way they can correct or help tell us. But I think you'll be surprised. All right, so guys, let's get through this. Lewis, happy to be here. Everybody in the chat, so happy to see you on the surprise stream. We'll be also live tonight, Thursday, 9 p.m.
Tonight's going to be fire, right?
I got a topic I think I'm going to do tonight that's going to surprise people. So stay tuned tonight. You're not going to want to miss that one. All right, but Lewis, thank you for being here. All right, let's get through some of these. I want to read some of these reactions with you and figure out, should we get excited or should we take all of these, as they say, with a grain of salt? Right is the term, Lewis. All right, so here we go. So let's go through the first initial reactions here. So now look, I don't want to call this guy out. I'm not trying to call this guy out, but Brandon Davis, I don't go to Brandon Davis for movie reviews. Do you know what I mean, Lewis? Brandon Davis is a cool, whatever, do your thing, man. Good on him for getting to where he's got. But this guy's a hype man for Marvel and a lot of other studios. He's a huge Marvel fan. I am not if he says it was bad, then I would be incredibly shocked. So when Brandon Davis gets hyped for a Black Widow movie, he's part of the hype machine. Marvel fans love him for it. That's what he does, and it is what it is. Oh, we have our special guest early. Here he is. He's already in the building, so perfect. He can go through these with us. Ladies and gentlemen, so happy to have John from Nerd Reactor. What's up, John?
What's up? Let me fix my audio.
All right, good. He's fixing his audio as he joins this conversation with us. Happy to have him. Now, John is bigger than both of us because John actually got access to see the film. So, congratulations, John. You're in Disney's good list.
You guys are both bigger than me. I'm just a dude.
We weigh more, dude, I think, but you're the one that leads for both of us.
We weigh more, but no, clearly Disney sees you higher, so kudos to you.
I've gone out to dinner with John, and the guy eats so much, and I gain the weight. The guy is in perfect shape, and I'm gaining the weight here, man. I'm so jealous.
Well, I'm excited to have you here, John. Everyone check out Nerd Reactor. I need to have you on more often. I'm a fan. But I like, because John gave an honest review, and we're going to get to John's review in a minute. But, John, what we're doing is we're going through, and if you need to bounce at some point, I don't know how long, but we're going through sort of these reactions, because Lewis and I just wanted to be honest. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I know you can't review the film. John's not here to review the film, but we are a social media outlet. He's allowed to react. And so he's just here reacting to reactions, and his overall reaction, he's not reviewing the film. I asked him to come. This isn't his even outlet, so no one give him any trouble. But whatever you feel comfortable, say what you want to say. No spoilers, obviously. But I want to go through some of these reactions, give you my thoughts, and John, feel free to chime in. So as we were saying, look, Brandon Davis, no disrespect to Brandon Davis. Brandon Davis is a huge Marvel fan, and fans love him for it because he just loves Marvel movies. I would be shocked if he hated this movie or any Marvel movie for that fact. And he interviews the talent. He's got to play nice. So when you see a review from Brandon Davis, no knock on him. I got no beef with him, but I don't take his review as like, okay, yes, now I'm psyched. You know what I mean? Like, because of course he loves this movie. So anyway, it's one of their best solo films, start to finish. The movie's great, excellent surprises, emotional character moments, badass action. Scarlett Johansson finally gets to pour everything into the role. Shorthand nailed it. So look, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna cut you in on the first line. Is one of Marvel's best solo films. Come on.
Spider. Oh my
He's coming
God,
out
John.
strong. There it is, guys.
John, come on, man.
Come on.
Dude,
But I mean, yeah, but I'm like, better than Iron Man? Like, what are you talking about? Better than Iron Man or Winter Soldier? Like, what are you talking about?
He says it's one of the best, but I wouldn't even consider one of the best because one of the best is Iron Man, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and
Guardians of the Galaxy
even,
1.
The first Avengers I thought was better than this.
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's a lot of solo movies.
But that's not a solo film.
I haven't seen it, but I'm just
solo.
like, this to me, again, Brandon Davis, it is what it is. I don't want to call him a shill, but he's a
Is he
fan.
wearing Loki,
He's a fan.
Loki cap here? Is he wearing a Loki cap on his
Yes,
avatar?
holding a
Okay.
Tesseract. I mean,
Yes,
dude
I don't
is.
know. I think
look,
he's gonna like Marvel. Yes.
Yeah, but no disrespect. It's just like, dude, you're a Marvel fan, so of course you're gonna, when you have an avatar that's you being holding it, you're allowed to like things, exactly. But I'm not taking your. So let's move on from him because it's like it is what it is. Eric Davis.
And it may have been good.
I know Eric Davis. I got no beef with Eric Davis. He's a good guy. Eric Davis doesn't really review movies. He's like sort of like he likes to interview the talent and talk movies and do what he can do. He doesn't like to get in trouble with the studios. So I'm not surprised. A tense, action-packed spy thriller that truly completes Natasha's story in a visceral, emotional way. Florence Pugh crushes it. Instant MCU icon. I mean, that's going to be used in the look. It's his job to like get on the Marvel poster. You know what I mean? Like. And I don't blame him for it. This is like the MCU's Bond movie with shades of Mission Impossible and Thelma and Louise. Like, he's dropping poster quotes. And that's what Eric Davis does. And no disrespect again to Eric Davis, but, he likes everything. He's a fan. He's a studio fan, and it is what it is. And I know Eric Davis. He was on ScreenJunkies. I've talked to him. He's a good guy. No beef with Eric Davis. But again, you got to take these as what they are. These are guys who, of course, get access to it first because they're there to like it for the studio, and they're good studio guys, and they're not going to lie to you. I'm sure he enjoyed it. But he's not going to go, rip it apart. And then
let's go back. Let's go back.
Oh, okay.
John took off his gloves today, man. I've never seen John
Go for it.
this aggressive.
You see me aggressive before with
No,
me.
no, I haven't, bro. This is guys, get out your like buttons, donate, whatever you have to do to get John in here more. I've never seen this before.
I see a lot of people. Guys, look. I don't want to call these guys shills. I don't think they're shills. And I see a lot of comments. They're shills. To define a shill means you're getting paid for it. And I guess in some way they are because they're getting access. So you could argue it. But no, look, I know Eric. I don't know Brandon, but I know Eric. Eric's not a shill. He's just doing his job. He likes
John
movies. He's a positive guy. But yeah, John, what is your thought on this?
When he says like a tense, action-packed spy thriller, I never felt tense with any of the action sequences. It was like a cartoon. It felt like a cartoon. There were parts where Black Widow a lot of things would happen to her. I was like, this is like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Like, how she's surviving all this stuff. It's even crazier than John Wick. Like John Wick, he gets hit by a car. All these things happen, but you still feel like he's getting hurt. Here, she brushes it off like nothing's happened to her. So it never felt tense. And for the emotional aspect of this, like Eric is saying, it completes her story. I felt like it felt hollow, the story, especially with this family dynamic.
Yeah.
With her and the sis. But you already know, like in the trailers, like it's, they're spies and all that. But it just felt forced. That's how I feel about that. Next.
There you go. Well, let's go to John's just because John's here. I wanted to enjoy. Here's the shill, the biggest of them all. I wanted, and I love John because he was honest. And honest John. Look, I've been looking all day. There's two critiques of the film I found out of so many. So John, good on you. So here's John's honest reaction. I wanted to enjoy Black Widow, but it was a disappointment. Scarlett Johansson was a treat when she's on screen. Florence Pugh provides a lot of the comedy. However, the villains never felt like threats, and Taskmaster's potential was wasted. So overall, it doesn't sound like you hated it, but you're ultimately not. You're like, this is not the best Marvel movie.
I want to add something here about John. John is at Access Media. He does get all the interviews, one-on-ones and stuff, but he's also an honest reviewer. So, yeah, Marvel's still gonna call him, just so you know, because this was constructive criticism of.
And if they don't, come back on the show so we can make it very clear that they didn't.
They will.
Because that would be super lame of them.
That would be a lot of hits,
for you to be here being honest, and then suddenly like, you don't get invited again. I don't think they'd be that silly.
GoFundMe for John.
And I got beef with this reaction too. What the hell? Disappointment. This guy does not know what he's talking about.
Everyone's saying they're all shills. Do you think they're shills? Like I guess it's like I don't want to keep pounding on that, but are they so? Are
Nah,
like
I don't think this
Umberto. Let's
shows.
go to
They're
Umberto.
excited.
Let's go. They're excited fans, is what I think
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
So you can call them what you want, but so here's Umberto. I've had beefs with Umberto. It is Marvel movies are back. This is a quote I've seen a lot. There's a lot of like, we're back in the movies, baby. Phase 4 kicks off with the very entertaining, action-packed. Everyone's just focused on the action, which to me is not a good review. It just if it's only about the action, then you're like that's
no, not fair, Andy. John Wick.
No, but John Wick has that kills this dog. I was emotionally invested. Give me a break.
And the action is actually really good in John Wick.
And it's like there's a realism to it. Giving us a long overdue look at Natasha's backstory with a solid performance. Solid. That's not a good. That's not like a glowing reaction throughout, and thrilling set pieces, which is what you'd expect, that demands you see this movie on the biggest screen possible. So it's a spectacle. Even Umberto, who I would say is he's trying to be nice, is how I read this one. Correct me if you guys are disagree. He's trying to be nice, but he's clearly not glowing about it, right?
Yeah.
I get the same vibe? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same vibe. The thrilling set pieces. I don't. I never felt like they were
going there. Jesus.
Okay, in the trailer, you know, at the part where Black Widow's flying through the air and Taskmaster is coming after her.
Yeah.
Wasted. Like you're expecting something crazy to happen. I don't want to say too much, but
it doesn't.
That sequence, nothing.
Look, I gotta be honest.
Nothing crazy happens.
I came out of Suicide Squad, right? And I said, if you love loud music, you will love Suicide Squad. Half the people were like, yeah, it's great. And then a couple of people were like, that doesn't sound too good. That reminds me of this right here, right? So it could go both ways. I'm thinking he could do with or without. That's what I think Umberto's take is on it.
Well, we got lots more, so let's boom through these. So here's Perry Nemiroff. Again, no beef with any of these people. Doug Black Widow, good deal. Was kind of worried about watching the story unfold, knowing what's to come in Endgame that might diminish the stakes, but that wasn't the case. In fact, this is the kind of prequel story that feels bound to enhance other installments of the MCU. Now, I like this, what I hear here, because that's exactly my criticism. John, do you think she's fair? Do you think this is a fair review?
I can see like the message behind this right here. With enhance other installments. That's what this feels. I think I'm going to say this right now. The best part of Black Widow that really got me excited was the end credit scene.
Oh, geez. That's the worst. So it's just a big tease for other movies is what I get that for. Okay, so... Oh God. Okay. Here's look. I know Matt. Matt's a good guy. He's been on the show. He was on Nerd Wars, the Soups. He's a huge Marvel fan. Non-stop roller coaster ride from beginning to end. Some of the best action we've seen in the MCU. The cast is fantastic and has great chemistry. This film has given us closure to that story. Also sets up the future that'll get you so hyped. Matt's hyped on everything Marvel, and I love him for it. It is what it is. He doesn't hide that at all. He's starting to get access to talent. Good for him, man. He's building a brand. He is what it is. He is a Marvel fan. Through and through, we'll love anything Marvel provides. Ben Meckler, I'm not familiar with Ben, but honestly, blown away by Black Widow. It's a low-key, one of Marvel's finest, an emotional story with great performance. Just one. Just one. And a high-stakes chase through a Russian JCPenney that might be one of the zaniest and most badass action scenes in MCU history. Fans are going to love it.
Spoiler!
Was that true? Was that a good sequence?
I guess, car chases. Okay, there's a part where... how do I do this without spoiling it?
No spoilers. No spoilers.
I know. Move on. We'll come on with a spoiler.
No, I'll say this. It felt cartoony right at the start, like with the CG vehicle. It felt like a video game. I don't know if you played Uncharted, where there's a scene where there's like a giant tank-like vehicle coming after Nathan Drake. And the way it moves, like this big-ass vehicle, armored vehicle, was like a cartoon. I was like,
Man... also, I forgot a chat. You guys, if you want to get involved in this, John Campy is the alpha and the omega of shills from James Tyler. Okay, he said it, not me. Yeah.
Got another review, though. Super chat.
Jeff McGlow, thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Are the Mission Impossible comparisons justified? They want to ask you, John.
Mission Impossible. I never thought of Mission Impossible when I was watching this movie because Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise is doing his own stuff, and they do long takes. We can see like, okay, that's him on the helicopter trying to get on and fly away. And with this, there's so many quick cuts. that you know why they do the quick cuts, because they would have stunt doubles. Gotta make sure that it's Scarlett and the other characters are safe, they won't get hurt, so you gotta just cut them out and switch them out. I just wish there were longer takes.
Yeah, because they're hiding things. It's like that Taken 3 shot with Liam Neeson. That's like 100 takes as he jumps the fence. That's always a sign of like, they just can't do it anymore. All right, here's Charles Murphy from Murphy's Multiverse. Marvel's Studios went for big Winter Soldier action beats, put together a couple of really intense scenes. I mean, that's again. There's a couple intense scenes. They also went for some big Mission Impossible moments that I really enjoyed. ScarJo and Poe have great chemistry and are fired together. Third act feels choppy. So here he's this isn't glowing.
Yeah.
But he's like, there's some cool parts.
And just so you know, Andy, real quick, it's Pew.
Pew, thank you.
Pew, pew, pew,
pew, pew, pew, pew.
Well, it's not. What did you say before? Pug?
Oh,
Pug.
Everyone gets it wrong.
Pogue or Pogue? I don't know. I'm terrible.
He's in Midsommar.
I call it Spectre.
I'll agree with Charles with ScarJo and Pew having great chemistry.
Okay.
I wish they emphasized more on that, just their relationship.
Okay, well, here's another one, Illuminati. I'm a fan of them. They've been on the show. Black Widow is well worth the wait with epic action, revelations about Natasha's past, and heartfelt moments of a family. This is the perfect first movie for Phase 4. Florence Pugh, Pew Pew Pew, has a bright future. Do you feel like, is it all about family, like Fast and the Furious? And was this the perfect film for the start of Phase 4 in your mind?
And was this the first film for Phase 4? Because
technically the shows came out first, but...
Yeah. There was some heart with the family stuff, but it wasn't enough. It just felt like they were teasing it, like it's fake, Like we're
where have they been? Where have they been? Like, care about all these people that have never been in
real
the 10
quick
movies.
before we continue, I just want to say this because we're getting to Grace Randolph right here. Andy doesn't want to say it, but support this channel, guys. What's it called? Hit up the super chats and memberships, and I'm curious to know. By pressing 1, how many new people do we have here on Popcorn Planet since we're streaming earlier? And
should we do earlier streams? I've been trying to debate. I wonder if we do an afternoon stream like this. All right, but here, Grace Randolph, she's in. She got access. I've seen Black Widow. A Marvel Star is Born with Florence Pugh as Lavina Bolavala. A lot of talking. A lot of talking, she's acknowledging. Okay, so she doesn't like a lot of talking. But the action scenes are excellent. Very raw movie, especially the first 2/3. There are 2 reveals. Eyes. Take proper precautions to avoid spoilers. Review embargo lifts 629. All right. Is there a lot of talking? Is she right on that? Was it bad talking?
There is talking, yeah. The dialogue with certain characters that weren't introduced in the trailer, you're like, who's this person? Why do I care about him? And I don't care.
Now,
super chat.
Super chat. Thank you, Mr. A. MCU hype machine is making me nauseous. New content every 1.5 months. Just let me breathe. This is how fatigue happens. I know I'm out of breath myself. I was just kidding.
Mr. A with the super chat. Thank you. Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
The fatigue is real. It can happen. We've been wanting things. We've been missing them. But now with Disney Plus shows, it's like, we're getting a lot. And so this film, it will be interesting. Are the reveals that she's talking about? Were there any without spoiling? Of no spoilers. I want to be revealed. But were there any moments where you were like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. People are going to be excited about that.
But first thing, I don't even know what she's trying to say. There are 2 reveals. Take proper precautions to avoid spoilers. So she's talking about this one big one, and I'm thinking the other one is the end credit scene.
Okay.
And
are they worth it?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Okay,
John
the
is
second
keeping
one,
it so real.
The end credits one is good though. I like the end credits one.
John, did the Marvel check not clear?
I know.
What happened, bro?
Wow. Go subscribe to Nerd Reactor. He is just
Nerd Reactor's gonna need the subscribers after.
I wish. Look, if I had seen it, I would have been honest with him too. I can't speak to him. I'm trying to be at least fair. All right. Tessa, Mama's geeky. I'm a fan. She's very sweet. She's been on the show as well. But she's a fan as well. She's a Marvel fan. It's clear through and through. Black Widow is full of incredible action sequences, and so good to see Natasha again, even if she feels like a side character sometimes. Ooh.
Oh yes, she does.
Yes, good. All right, good on you, Mama. She is a fan, and she's being fair here. Okay, good. Florence steals the show. Her chemistry is ScarJo, makes the movie what it is, provides a lot of laughs. Wow, good on Tessa. I got to say, she gave does that feel like an honest review, John?
Oh yeah, that's very honest right there.
Okay, John, let me ask you a question. Building off Tessa, are they trying to build Florence Pugh? Is that what it feels like?
Yes.
It did. Okay.
Dude, she
So they
shines in this
basically, it's a
movie.
Black Widow's movie, but we want this new character to come in the
Oh, yeah.
future. So let's make her a side. Let's make Black Widow the main character, a side character, because we're
Yeah.
moving forward with Florence.
Oh yeah, that's
Got
what it
it.
felt like.
Got it.
Imagine if you're watching Winter Soldier, and Bucky takes the limelight. You're
Oh my
focusing more on
God.
it. It's like, wait, what about Cap?
Jesus, and this is supposed to be the Black Widow movie, right?
Yeah, and I gotta say, Black Widow got the short end of the stick, and the actress has such a great presence on screen. I'm not shilling right now, but she is one beautiful woman that delivers her action sequences perfectly on screen, if you ask me. So I don't know,
Wow.
man. Sucks that they did that.
That gets me nervous. The fact that she's not the lead. Kevin McCarthy. I saw Black Widow last night. I'm happy to say it's incredibly fun, deeply emotional. Action feels Winter Soldier level. Whew. I mean, come on, stop throwing this out there.
I like Kevin though.
I
like
can
Kevin.
see like there is Winter Soldier like action, but I don't think it reaches to that level.
Okay. He's saying the whole cast is outstanding together. Balances a tone that is dark, grounded, raw, and real. Wow, it's a lot of things. Even after Endgame, you feel the stakes. Did you?
Nope.
So yeah, I was gonna say you did not feel the stakes.
No.
All right, so Kevin doesn't know what he's talking about. Simon,
Kevin's a good guy though.
I know. I've liked Kevin. He's been good to me in the past. Black Widow kicks ass. It surpassed my expectation. Who is Simon?
Oh my God,
don't even know
I'm
who's-
done with this. I don't
Oh,
want to
Simon Thomas is,
everyone loves Black Widow. I get it.
Tool,
I told you, John,
Shortland
earlier.
gives Johansson the tools to showcase Romanoff on a whole new level, only pausing to showcase the humanity. The action and the comedic notes are on point. Poe nails it. Get ready for the Marvel Pewniverse. Oh my God.
I got it. See. It's all good.
Here's Herb. Early review. Wow, what a journey. Brilliant film with high emotional moments, crazy good action sequence, simple twists. Gee, that's just what I want. A nice simple twist. That simple twist that shock, but aren't forced. Most importantly, it knows what kind of film it wants to be, and it leans into it. What kind of film do you think it wanted to be, John?
It knows what kind of film it wants to be. An action film, I guess. What else? That's the twist. That's the twist, right? It knows what it wants to be.
It's an action film through and through. Here's Rob Keyes from Screen Rant. I'm not a fan of him. He steals a lot of people's work, and he's a scumbag behind the scenes. Anyway, I'll say it. I watched Black Widow yesterday, and it's
Yeah, take your
refreshingly different to other Marvel Studio releases, as just to have these big movies back. Leads are awesome, and the story does some unexpected things. It's the most adult MCU release yet, but still offers a few laughs. Even Rob.
I would say I like Rob Keyes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You can say it. You can say what
I don't know who he is, but I trust Andy.
He talked shit about me behind my back, tried to get me canceled a second time. He can go to. Anyway, he'd say, but to be fair, it sounds like he's not shilling for it. He's like, yeah, that's okay. I get that vibe from this review. He's saying, good to have big movies back. That's what a lot of people are saying. Jenna Bush, look, I got no beef with Jenna, but Jenna loves everything. So, in my opinion, in my experience, she loved it. Makes me angry. ScarJo deserved this film long ago. I loved everyone in it, but it bothers me so much that Marvel waited so long. So she's kind of negative for her, actually, more than usual.
Well, she's
so,
right though.
ScarJo is amazing. Poe, I've always loved and everything I've seen her and continue to do so. So look, this is not a glowing review from her.
No. This is just her just upset that finally the movie's out. She's not even talking about the film in the first half of that comment.
So she goes, Rachel's wonderful. David Harbour as well. Story was dark, but absolutely compelling. Fight scenes, chef's kiss. I just hate that we had to wait for this until after Endgame. It's hard to separate my feelings about it.
Her whole
That's the film.
reaction. Okay. We have to wait until after Endgame.
Because
Well, that's not a good reaction, right? That just means to me she's so distracted by the movie it didn't work for her. And for I gotta say, and I'm harsh on her because I think she likes everything. Good for her. She's being a little honest here. Steve Frosty over Collider. He likes everything too. He doesn't review movies. I remember talking to Steve, and he's like, "I don't review movies for the purpose of I don't want to piss off talent because I interview talent." So that's Eric.
true.
All these people, that's what they want to do. They don't want to be critiques
because
because they interview talent, so they got to be nice sometimes. Yeah, but they're not going to watch this. Frosty Shortland, the director, had a difficult job to fill in Natasha's backstory, but she nailed it. Well, the entire cast is great. Both Pugh and Harbour hit home runs with their performances. No way audiences don't want more from both of these characters. Yeah, we didn't really talk about David Harbour. Did you like him?
Yeah, no, he was fine.
So
just the Russian accent, it bugged me.
Okay, but he was.
They always make Russian accents weird, man.
I don't know who Nora
it's
is.
so thick.
Oh, she's from Marvel nerd from BuzzFeed. So take that as you will. Might be one of my favorite solo origin movies in the MCU. There's something about seeing Natasha finally get her story that made me emotional in all the best ways. Pugh was born for the MCU. Her dynamic with Scarlet is a triumph. No surprise, I cried. So she's a fan. There you go. Looks like fans are going to love this movie. Zach, what can I say? Oh, my God, yes. Give me all the Florence in the MCU. She's so good that I feel bad for Natasha.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Black Widow's send-off, but you really just want more of Florence in every scene. He's from Hyper RPG and Geek and Sundry. But there you go. Another review that's like, it's not really a ScarJo movie.
So, yeah, you're getting a sense.
Yeah, Marvel fans rejoice. It's outstanding and arguably S tier?
S-tier.
Entry in the
What does
MCU,
that mean?
like Civil War and
super tier.
Super tier. Ooh. An aggressively bleak tone and dark story is balanced by legit LOL family comedy. Action is brutal. This is the first MCU I've seen where the stunts look like it hurts. You disagree. You felt they sorry, this was
It's a cartoon.
you thought it felt fake. Okay. And then we have Eric Goldman, who, again, he likes, I don't know. I saw Black Widow interlaced with the well-done action humor. Some of the darker material we've seen in the MCU, which packs a punch. Cast is all great. Pugh is a standout. Couple of beats near the end I could have done without, but overall, I really dug it. Stands as a true rarity in the MCU right off the bat because it has a full opening credits sequence. Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, and then that's it, except for 2 Guardians movies, right? Am I forgetting one? Anyway, I really liked it. Does give it more insight on she finally deserves a spotlight. Getting this film after we've seen her die gives the movie an interesting melancholy vibe, while on the other hand, I still can't help wish we'd gotten it a few years ago. Blah, blah, blah. He saw it at a theater. And then Scott Menzel didn't like it. He's the only other one standing with John who gave it a negative review. Scott says, Black Widow is so disappointing. Scarlett Johansson tries, but the script pacing and poor character development sink the film. Starts off promising, but by the second act becomes a disjointed and uneven mess, generic, uninspired, and ultimately lacking the Marvel magic. What's
And
worse
I gotta say, this review right here, he's honest. Scott
Yeah.
is very honest with his reviews.
and he says here, it feels like a 135-minute teaser to an upcoming Marvel Disney Plus series rather than an actual movie.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. The whole thing feels oddly pointless with a shoestring plot that is more concerned with setting up Pugh's Yelena than telling Natasha's backstory. The entire family subplot doesn't work because there's little to no chemistry between the characters. I get what the writers were going for, but the emotional hook isn't there. Instead, it feels forced. David Harbour, Rachel Weisz feel out of place and are arguably miscast. As someone who enjoys action mixed with laughs, I found the humor in Black Widow to be so off-putting. The jokes as a whole felt lazy, dated, and out of place. Some were actually cringeworthy. Don't get me started on the goofy Russian accents and the film's lackluster villain. So many waiting years for a Black Widow movie. Couldn't help but feel cheated by this film. It feels to deliver the goods, and it's a slap in the face to the fans who thought they would finally get a badass Black Widow movie. Johansson and Black Widow both deserved better. Ouch!
That is a long-ass reaction. Very long.
But
Is that a
reviews are
review?
embargoed until the 29th. I mean, what the
How
fuck?
long is this review gonna be?
These are reviews. I don't get it. I don't understand.
That's a review.
That is a
I gotta
review.
say, I know. I
It's so
mostly
weird.
know. I mostly know John and Scott Menzel here, and both guys do write their honest opinion. So it looks like it's probably leaning as an okay movie. If I say so.
No, I
Scott's really
think
pissed.
Marvel fans are gonna love it. They're gonna enjoy it, but I don't think it's one of the best. And I love Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah. Look, I
I'm
am
like
too.
Loki. I'm there.
People think we're all
every
shills
week.
because we like the movies.
Yeah.
It's like,
We're
no,
shills,
I like
except for
action movies.
Lewis,
Yes.
you don't like Loki.
Okay, Loki's just on. I don't understand what's going on. He's hanging around an office, cracking one-liners. Who's the villain?
Lewis
I
gave
mean,
up.
where's this is another thing about this film. Everyone's saying the villain's weak. It's like, I don't know, man. Is Loki a good guy, bad guy? Who's the villain in the Loki show?
Well, we don't know yet. It's about
Yeah, come on, it's
Loki.
2 hours.
Loki, in theory, was supposed to be the villain, but it's turning to like, there might be. Is Loki gonna be a villain? Who's the next villain? It's progressing.
I may change
slower.
my mind if they hook me, man, but everyone should be concentrating on Superman and Lois. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear that's good.
What if
but-
they added Omega from Bad
Oh
Batch
God!
into
No,
Loki?
no! She's the worst. Collaborative Kiwi Studios. Thank you, Tyler.
Buy that for a
5:30
dollar.
here. You guys need to check out the new iCarly reboot. Just as good as the original. My childhood has been brought back to life. I'm good. I'm going to skip that one. But thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It was iCarly. I was too old for it when it started. It's too old for it now. Don't care. But I'm glad you are happy, Tyler. There you go. And thank you for the support. So overall, John, look, the honest reactions here, I think we can sort of safely say a lot of them are overblown. A lot of them are just fans of Marvel. And do you agree with me? Is it safe to say for a lot of these folks, they're afraid to be fully honest? Because I feel like even I was guilty of that at times. like there would be times where I wouldn't lean in as heavy because I needed to get the Disney access back then. I felt like I needed to get access to talent or the thing, and I feel like there is a little bit of a vibe for some of these. Some will call shills, where they're they don't want to be as honest. Do you feel like that's a true statement to say?
I can't really speak for them, so I can't. I only
They
I
may
can
have
speak
liked
for
it.
myself. That's it. If they liked it, they liked it. Like there are things that a lot of people liked, and I was like, "This is terrible." Like for example, I keep going back to Mulan. I hated it, but my friends truly enjoyed it. They're not in access media, and they're like, "Oh, you know, it's the action sweet. I like the fun characters," and I was like, "What? No, this is terrible." So people can like what they like.
Look, here's the deal, man. For reviews of honesty with no shill, anything. I watch a movie with my mom. She doesn't give a crap about Marvel, DC, or anything. And at the end of the movie, I go, "What do you think?" She says it's good. It's probably good. If she says it's bad, it's probably bad. No, because her opinion's not tainted. Sorry, by anything. So, man, these people may have liked it, and maybe I'll watch it and go, "Wow, that was awesome, you guys." John, you're wrong, and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I can't wait till like the movie comes out. It's like, John, you're full of crap.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll bring it on and we'll have it. Yeah, we'll make up our own decisions. But I don't even mean like they're lying. I just mean like, and I can always be right. I can only speak for myself. But there were times where it's like, you know, it was like the old adage of like, if you got nothing nice to say, just don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that is often used by these
Also,
critics
Andy, though, I
sometimes.
gotta say, there's also the experience of the moment. Going to the movies again.
Yep.
Having a nice, maybe they gave a
Getting
snack
early
out,
access, you feel like
Oh,
cool. You know, you want to like it.
seeing
You
your
don't wanna ruin it.
friends, you know, hanging out with your friends
Of
again,
course.
chilling. It's loud. It's like, yeah, it was awesome, man. That's it. That's what movie theaters are about, though. So if people could get that experience, maybe this movie's good.
Okay. Here's the thing that shocked me because I watched this in theaters. I watched it at the El Capitan, and not a lot of people
Strike
there.
one.
Though. It was kind of spread out.
Really, it was
At
empty.
the end of the movie,
Wow, surprising.
you know, there's social distancing and all.
But
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
was
social
it packed
distancing
from
was-
like a social? Like, was it packed as much as they could have had, or do you think just still not a lot of
There's
people
a lot
showed
of
up?
empty, lots of empty
Wow,
seats.
Interesting. Okay, keep going.
I would say like maybe 40 people were there at the theater.
Okay, that's a big theater. Yeah.
But at the end credits, only like one guy was clapping, like, yeah. And I was like, because I for sure was not going to clap for that disappointment. But it felt like, you know, people were like, I don't know, I felt like it's okay. Like,
Well, look,
feeling of the
John,
crowd.
I think you were there when we went to Disney Studios to watch Captain Marvel. The scene where she's fighting, what's it called? Or she shows up in Endgame with Thanos? Everyone cheered, right?
Yeah.
With the press, right? But when I
You're talking
watched
about
it
Endgame.
again, I watched it again with the general audience, when Thanos punched her, everyone clapped. Like, yeah, they're kicking her ass. So the general audience has a different.
Oh yeah, because
perspective.
you know, there are people that aren't fans of Captain Marvel.
Correct.
So that when you have Thanos kicking her butt, people's
But
gonna
we know the
cheer.
press mostly are fans of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So.
Well, back to this one, Black Widow.
No,
It
I
sounds
want
like you look. You got to keep all that in mind, and Disney does sort of tier their reviewers. Usually, they do try to go more of the, you know, certain. They go a little wider, but they sort of go to more of the fans early on, the big critics, hoping that maybe it doesn't mean they're going to lie, but it's typically how they do things. They stretch them out, and then they wait closer till. But look, I think they know this is going to please fans. This movie is clearly going to please the fans, and a lot of fans are just dying for this movie, regardless of whether it's good or not. So it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of gushing, and that there will be continuing to be gushing. So I see a lot of the comments like, "Oh yeah, of course, this is going to be stupid." Now, hopefully, you get a better idea of what to expect. If you're out there just reading the gushing reviews, going, "Oh my God, yes, it's going to be the best Marvel movie ever," yeah, you're probably going to go and have a great time. So go enjoy yourself. We're not here to hate on it, but for the rest of you in the middle who are just like, all right, should we really be hyped for this? Hopefully we've lowered your expectation a bit to go in a little bit more tapered, which hopefully will, if anything, help you enjoy the film better. John, any final words from you and sort of to help us? Is there a positive you can sort of send us off on so we're not...
Oh yeah.
John.
The positive is the end
popcorn
credit
was
scene.
good?
I was so excited. I can't wait. What's going to happen in the
the end
future?
credit. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it connected to the movie or it's connected to a future thing? Is it safe to... Is that okay without spoiling?
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to.
John, I tried hammering John, like, what is it, for hours, and he
Yeah,
wouldn't
I was
tell me.
curious, like, is it connected to
And
the
I'm his
movie or it's
friend.
like,
It's
oh
connected.
no,
It's connected.
Okay, good. That's all I'm trying to figure out. It's not like they
the
just
MCU.
suddenly. It's not. Oh, it's the MCU. I was like, oh yeah, no, they do a whole setup to another new movie. I'm like, oh great. Well, I don't want to spoil her actually. So
Was Mephisto in it? Because if there's no Mephisto
was in it, yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go. Hopefully, if you're excited, you're going to stay excited, and nothing we say is going to stop your excitement. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, of course you're gonna watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going to
Black
watch
Widow.
it, even the haters. Everyone's saying
In the
that.
theaters too.
I love the people. There was a guy I timed him out because I was sort of sick of it, but it's like Andy's just a Marvel hater. That's like it's just so annoying. Like if you don't love all the Marvel stuff, you're a hater. And it's like no, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I way shill for Marvel way more than people realize. I like Loki. I like Captain America and Winter Soldier. I wasn't a huge fan of WandaVision. I like parts of it were great, but I'm a Marvel fan through and through. I want these movies to be good. I think we all do.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like I got her figured. Here she is. Like I got them all. Like I'm definitely more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy, even though I like Batman the most.
Yeah.
Batman but from a movie
I
sake,
came into the
I
screen
like it.
representing Black Widow. Like I had a black outfit, I had a red tie. I was looking forward to this film.
Yeah, we all. I mean, I guess to be fair, I'm going in a little bit lower expectations because I'm like, this does feel a little too late, and so you're sadly confirming what I'm worried of. This doesn't really it wasn't really needed. I guess is what my biggest worry was. Do you feel like this is a needed entry into the film franchise?
No, I guess what the others were saying, it should have been done before because now it's just her story. That's it. If you want to know more about her, and I want to add to all these reactions, none of them really mention the villains, like nobody talks about Taskmaster.
That's the problem I'm having with Loki. There's no villain.
Yeah. Well, Loki, it's not over.
Marvel and their villains are always been
Bro,
problematic.
it's 2 hours in. You gotta mention your villain, bro. Like
Every
I'm sorry.
villain always becomes the good guy, and it's like it's just,
correct.
It's just like there's never
They
Thanos
killed
tried and
Tony.
Killmonger and Loki, but even Loki's now turning to be the good guy, and then it sounds like Killmonger's gonna come back and be a good guy. There's never I just want a vicious bad guy who just F's everybody up and doesn't care. I need a Joker or somebody who's just gonna wreck
unapologetic
the world.
bad guy.
Yeah.
An unapologetic
no
bad guy that
anti-hero,
doesn't-
Yellow
no
jacket.
misunderstood, wreck some shit up in the MCU and or it was a little bit like the purple, what's his name from Jessica Jones, the purple man, right? David Kilgrave. He was a good villain.
Your movies are only as good as your villains, and that's why we always talk about The Dark Knight, because that line that Alfred said when Batman or Bruce Wayne was trying to find out what the Joker's motives were, he told them this: some people just want to see the world burn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's it. That's a Joker.
Marvel
that's
needs
awesome.
to fix their villain, so that's
But if it was Marvel, it's like some people want to see the world burn because when he was a kid, his dad didn't go to his graduation party, and it's like, dude, no.
This is why I'm hoping Shang-Chi with the villain with the Mandarin. He's a big villain in the comics. I'm hoping they do him justice.
They can't use the Mandarin though.
Yeah, they can. He is the Mandarin. He is the Mandarin.
The Mandarin is not.
No,
don't they have to edit that out?
Let's not get all confusing. That he is the Mandarin.
They're probably gonna change his name.
The
to
Mandarin
whatever,
actually got Ben Kingsley's character in the short film after Iron Man 3 to justify that the Mandarin is real. So it's all connected. But anyway, thank you, John, for your honest feedback. Go support the Nerd Reactor to get more honest feedback from John. You got to come back on here more.
I'm actually probably gonna just do another on my YouTube just to talk about reactions.
Do it. We're happy to join you if you want. Let me know. We can plug each other's. Yeah, happy to help. But thank you for being here and sharing your feedback since he has access better than us. Thank you, Lewis. Check out Nerd Report. And thank you, Tyler. I saw your chats. Yes, you're asking a bunch of questions. I'm just not. I'll hit you up afterwards about iCarly and stuff. But I'm just trying to trim this for the sake of YouTube. But Tyler, I love you. But Tyler, I'm trying to get this concise. But thank you for the support. I love you. Always support.
We'll talk.
Tyler, I will save your comments for tonight. In fact, thank you for reminding me. Tonight at 9 p.m., I'll go through all of Tyler's comments. We'll talk about iCarly, but I think we're going to talk about Matrix 4 because I got some new information, and I think I'm going to drop it tonight. If you guys want to know what's going on in Matrix 4, you won't want to miss tonight's stream. It's going to be a lot of fun, so come back tonight, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Lots of
Eastern,
information.
6 p.m.
Hit that subscribe
Western,
if you haven't already. Hit the bell for alerts because YouTube sucks and they're not letting you see videos. So smash the like button, leave a comment down below, help the engagement of this film, and tell us what your thoughts are. Who's the biggest shill? Is it me? I don't care. Tell me down in the comments below. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come subscribe. Stay tuned. John, come back. Lewis, come back. You're all welcome. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.